Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Rachel Williams begins now.
Good evening, everyone. A popular Hobart bar is facing scrutiny after patrons were filmed dancing with drinks and ignoring social distancing, seemingly flouting coronavirus restrictions. But the Hospitality Association is downplaying the incident, saying staff responded quickly and it's time for strict rules to be scaled back.
A busy bar on the Salamanca Strip, patrons letting their hair down on a Saturday night. This was the Grape Food and Wine Bar last night, with strict coronavirus rules seen to be flouted. The owner didn't want to comment, but the state's peak hospitality body is downplaying the incident.
The venue's done everything, the staff did everything. They got approval to have a DJ. They didn't have a dance floor. They had tables set up everywhere. And then when some people were up there and started dancing, making some movement, then the staff dealt with them and told them not to do it.
Public health restrictions are still in place. Current coronavirus rules say bars can serve food or drinks to seated patrons. It comes as Tasmania goes more than a month without a confirmed case, but the rules still apply.
This is part of the reason we're asking the state government to ease restrictions. When we don't have any cases in Tasmania at the moment, we're asking that we can start to ease the restrictions from 1 people every 4 square metres to at least 1 in 2 square metres, if not no restrictions at all.
Even though we're now in stage 2, they are less restrictive than stage 1. We need to maintain our strong position as a state, ensure that we don't have any risk of new infections.
Michael Ferguson showing the video but wouldn't provide his take there and then.
We've been very clear about the importance of social distancing and also everybody not just meeting the requirements but doing their best to be safe.
Tasmania is set to move to the next stage of restrictions next month. Michelle Wisby, 7 Tasmania News.
A new construction boom could be on the way, with some Tasmanian builders saying they're busier than ever. The government says new housing initiatives will again bolster the industry, while Labor has revealed how it plans to rebuild the state after the coronavirus chaos.
A construction site soon to be someone's new home, and builders say demand has never been higher.
We've sold every house and land package that we've had available. The phone just does not stop.
What's sparked buyers' interest? $45,000 up for grabs for home builders, doubling up state and federal incentives aimed at jump-starting the economy. The Tasmanian government introducing its half of the deal into Parliament this week.
It's about improving the supply of housing, but importantly, it's also underpinning jobs in the building industry, which we know has needed this extra support.
So we need to ensure that we have a balanced approach to support people back into work from across a range of sectors.
Labor also building its plan for COVID recovery, backing an initiative for 500 homes to be built on the Hobart Showground site. Also for free TAFE, JobKeeper extended and infrastructure projects fast-tracked.
What we've done is consult widely with a number of industries, local government, unions, businesses and workers about what they believe could be done right now to support Tasmanians back into work.
They're overdue and it's uncosted, but it's great that Labor appear to be supporting our infrastructure plan.
The plan will now be submitted to the Premier's Economic and Social Recovery Advisory Council. Michelle Wisby, 7 Tasmania News.
COVID-19 may have taken the fire out of Dark Mofo, but that hasn't stopped Tasmanians taking a winter solstice dip. They kept their clothes on for the cold plunge at Cataract Gorge, but when it comes to bravery, you can't beat those on the world's coldest continent.
Is it worth swimming in Antarctica?
I wouldn't recommend this.
After 5 weeks of endless twilight, the sun is up. The water is -2, the air is -22. Why wouldn't you dive in? As one of the few COVID-free places on the planet, life goes on as normal at Davis Station, and that includes the courageous midwinter swim. Back at home, the water was a little warmer at Cataract Gorge, although they weren't exactly rushing in. With Dark Mofo's winter solstice swim cancelled, Tasmanians found other ways to keep the tradition going.
Friggin' cold. Really cold.
Why not? It's a great cause. Never done anything like this, out of my comfort zone.
The icy dip raised more than $2,000 for food relief charity Loaves and Fishes. Chattering teeth, just a small price to pay.
It's been overwhelming, and the support and the money that's been donated has been awesome.
A winter solstice swim takes guts, determination and above all fearlessness. All qualities I don't have.
It was really cold.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really breathe when I went in.
Yeah, like when you go under, you can't really breathe, but then you can.
Sean McComish, 7 Tasmanian News.
International students and temporary visa holders in Tasmania are relying on food relief amid claims they're missing out on coronavirus support. In Launceston, a group of dedicated volunteers are going door to door with groceries. But because of dwindling support, they'll have to end their mission next week.
Fruit, vegetables, bread and eggs. The food people need to survive. It's all in Kimberley Eaton's hallway.
This will be our 5th week doing donations, and we've delivered to upwards of 100 families.
Each Sunday, the Refugee Action Group, along with members of Launceston's Sudanese community, have loaded up the bus with goods. The COVID crisis has been especially punishing for refugees, temporary visa holders and international students.
For refugees, they don't have access to that safety net, so no access to JobKeeper or JobSeeker, which means incomes are incredibly unstable.
The Commonwealth has allowed those impacted to access their superannuation early, but this small group is doing what they can with the donations they've been given.
We know the places, we just drop them in food package and say, thank you, we care about you.
Among those is Ugandan student Gilbert Anaitwe. He's undertaking a PhD in education and was relying on restaurant work before the crisis hit.
So when COVID-19 came in, I was stood down, and so I could not anymore have support from my personal work.
Next Sunday will be the group's final grocery run. They're hopeful they'll be able to start up again soon.
We hope that, given that we are a local community here, we should be able to mobilise more kind of volunteers who will be able to carry that task in the nearest future.
One day at a time. Whatever comes to you, you say, okay, that day is gone. And then now the next day, you keep hoping and praying that something better will come, something more will come.
Sean McComish, 7 Tasmania News.
A pair of Tasmanian entertainers who have made waves dancing on global pop tours are bringing their expertise home. Lockie Brownlee and Renee Ritchie will be hosting a major dance competition online, sifting through our state's best dancers.
From dancing at the Super Bowl, ferrying Taylor Swift and supporting Katy Perry, Lockie Brownlee has danced with them all.
Britney Spears, a lot of the pop divas.
So too has Renee Ritchie.
I work for Paula Abdul and co-choreographed, and I have danced for J-Lo and a bunch of many shows.
Both are living their dream in Los Angeles after growing up in Tasmania. Hard work and dedication has led to sharing the stage with pop royalty, and now they're giving back. Next month, Lockie and Renee will be hosting Tasmanian Dance Expo.
So we're really trying to offer an online competition where you can submit a dance solo of your choice and then also learn from these amazing choreographers.
The online workshops and competition will have an international judging panel and choreographers.
Actually coming on and giving like live dance classes and pre-recorded tutorials and kind of giving it an online experience.
Because of online, we were so lucky that we could actually get access to them and be able to bring them together for the one event.
The event was to be held at Rest Point until the pandemic hit. Now it will be held entirely online.
Basically throughout the whole weekend we'll be going live, we'll be streaming live, we'll be actually hosting the showcase and the gala.
One participant will be seasoned professional 11-year-old Izzy Elliott, who's been dancing since the age of 2.
I would like the joy of winning, but you just never know.
The 3-day expo starts on July 10. Those interested are advised to pre-register.
We want to come back to Tassie, we want to give back to our dance community and give them something that they can call their own, they can grab onto, they can be super proud of.
Inspiring the next generation of dancers to live their dream.
I really want to grow up and probably do some of those things.
Louise Hobart, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening everyone. Burnie, the state's top today, reaching 15 degrees, Devonport 14, 13 in Launceston and Hobart a maximum of 11. Across the state, Smithton also reaching 15 degrees, King Island, St Helens and Strawn all 14, 13 for Flinders Island, Low Head 12 and 7 degrees in Lyowini. High-level cloud can be seen moving southwest, mainly over the eastern parts of the state today, with patchy mid to low-level cloud seen about the rest of the state. Further out, mid to low-level cloud blankets Victoria, southern South Australia and southern New South Wales, as well as parts of eastern Queensland, while the rest of the country is mostly cloud-free. Tomorrow's chart shows a complex area of low pressure move towards the Tasman Sea, several troughs cross Victoria and southeast New South Wales, while a cold front approaches the west of Western Australia. East to southeasterly winds tomorrow, 20 to 30 knots about the south and lower east. And a strong wind warning is current for eastern, southern and western coastal waters from Wineglass Bay to Stanley, and is also current for all southeast inshore waters. A flood watch is current for the north and northeast, Huon, Derwent and southeast catchments. And a warning to sheep graziers is also current for the southeast forecast district. Hobart and Dover, rain and 13 tomorrow, rain and 11 in Ouse. Rain easing and 13 in Launceston and Devonport, 12 in Scottsdale. Rain also easing in Burnie and Stanley, reaching a top of 13 degrees, Strawn reaching 12. And rain also in the east tomorrow with St Helens 14, 13 in Swansea and 11 in Ross. Looking on to Tuesday now, rain about the south, east and central areas. Showers about eastern and central areas on Wednesday. And on Thursday, showers about the north, west and far south. Late showers in Perth tomorrow, 13 in Melbourne, partly cloudy in Canberra and Sydney, and 21 in Brisbane. And currently Hobart 9 degrees and showers and 11 in Launceston, and Devonport also 11 and mostly cloudy. And Rach, that's Sunday's weather.
Wonderful, thank you for that, Chelsea. Well, that's all from your Black and White News team for now. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week and good night.